Hi mga ka-SoCal! It's 7 o'clock and it's time for another SoCal Pinoy's virtual class. And tonight is a Wednesday and we have Rose Castorillo and she's going to be showing us how to put makeup on in like really easy steps. It's like a 10-minute how to put makeup on for moms who have little children like herself. So let's all welcome Rose. She's a mompreneur who is very knowledgeable about makeup, and she has her own Facebook page, which is called Simply Chaotic Beauty. And let's all welcome Rose. Hi, Rose.
Hi, Meg. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. Hi, guys. This is Rose Castorillo. As you can see, Simply Chaotic. I have 3 kids. One is 4, and then I have a 22-month-old and a 2-month-old. So life can get pretty chaotic, and I've decided that I would love to teach moms on how I get ready with all 3 kids, like 10 minutes or less. What I will be showing you guys right now will be more of a detailed tutorial. I did try to shorten it more, but it is kind of hard. If you guys would want more tutorials about how you put your foundation and everything else, if you want it to be more detailed, you can totally follow me on all my social media. It's all Simply Chaotic Beauty. But for now, I wanted to show you because a lot of people voted on a full face tutorial. So that's what just few tips and tricks that I've picked up along the way as a mom trying to get ready really quick. So that is what I will be showing to you tonight. It's a little bit like 20 minutes. So I hope that you guys stay. And I hope that if you do try my techniques, my tips and tricks, I hope that you do share it with us in the group. All right, let me just, can I share it now, Mick?
Yes, go ahead.
All right, 1 second. Okay, so first things first, it is always a good practice to have good skincare. Now, I do have 3 kids, so I try to do it daily, but obviously sometimes I skip a night or 2 with my moisturizers and everything else that I use for my skin. But I really make sure that I try to take care of my skin so that way you can have like a natural glow and you can get a smooth finish. So one thing that I like to do in the morning, after I put on my moisturizer and everything, I do use something for my under eyes. I have something that I use for my under eyes because I do get dark circles, and I know a lot of moms do, not just moms, but a lot of people get the dark circles around their eyes. So I have a under eye cream mixed with like illuminating foundation that just gives me that instant like I'm awake look without having to try so hard, especially right when you like when you wash your face in the morning. I don't really use a cleanser in the morning, not all the time. I usually just use a cleanser at night, and I do change my pillows a lot of times, so don't worry. But yeah, so for the sake of this video, I am doing this eye illuminator right now, but usually I do this in the morning and I just let it sit. So it's always a good thing to maybe find an under eye cream, so that way you're always taking care of the skin around your eyes, because it is the first thing that will show signs of aging. Just look at the difference and how it just totally gave your eyes a makeover. Just that instant glow. And then make sure that I make sure that before I do my makeup, before I put on my makeup, I wipe the excess just so I don't get any creasing. And then sometimes I put some right here. So this is a practice that I do every morning. I try, well, not every morning, let's be real, but I do try to put on my eye illuminator. Now you don't have to do that, but it is nice to get like an under eye cream for your eyes. All right, so what you want to do is you want to put it on your hand first and then kind of disperse it, because you don't want like a big dot and then you're just gonna put it on your face and you're gonna have like a lot of product on one area and it's not gonna look right. So you kind of want to disperse it this way and then get your brush, right, and then just distribute it. And then just kind of pinch your brush and then just go right here. You see that? It's not a lot. When you have like lines right here, you don't want to put the highlighter right there, right? So you want to kind of use a contour. You want to darken that part so that way you're hiding it, because that's what you're doing with the contour. You're kind of pushing it back. So if you have like a bigger forehead, then you would want to put some contour shade on there. Once you get it on right, if you're happy with that, then you can blend it. Now when it comes to contouring your nose, not everyone should do the big, like the straight line right here, because it depends on the kind of nose that you have. So basically with my nose, it's kind of small right here, so it is okay for me to go all the way down. But if you have like your nose is kind of bigger right here, you kind of want to just put your contour right over here. You don't want to make this smaller. You want to actually put a light shade right here, like a highlighter, so that way you can kind of even it out. Because like I said, remember, if you're doing a highlighter, which is basically your concealer or a really, really light shade of foundation, that makes that part of your face, that it pushes it forward. So if your nose is kind of like a triangle, so the bottom part is bigger, then you want to get this part, you want to get this part slimmer. So you're going to put your contour here, but you're not going to put a dark shade here, because then you're just going to make it smaller. You're actually going to put a highlighter here to even it out. Now in my case, I'm going to put more of a contour just right here, right, and just highlight this part just a little bit more, just so it can push this part forward. Okay, next, if you do have wrinkles right here, then you don't want to put your concealer here. You want to put it down here. So you're just going to move this part forward and you're going to hide the wrinkles on this area. Then when it comes to your under eyes, you can, so you see that since I already have the eye illuminator, it's not as dark anymore. So you kind of just have this dark part right here. So you want to stay under that, so that way you're like, look at that shadow right there, right? So you're gonna put it right here, right? And then you're gonna blend that later. you can just blend it and work your way up. Instead of like dragging your skin down, you work your way up. Okay, so next you can put in some more concealer on this area, because like I said, you kind of pushed your jaw up, and then you're gonna put some light right here, so it's kind of like this part is more defined, so it kind of gives you like that natural facelift. Okay, so next up is foundation. I don't use a full-on like full coverage foundation. I use a what we call color correcting tinted moisturizer. So it's kind of like a foundation, but it has more of a sheer to medium coverage, and it has a green undertone, and green corrects redness. So that's what it does. It just corrects the redness on my face, and so I don't really have to use a full coverage foundation. It's easier when you put it on your hand first and then you blend it, so that way you can actually just build it up instead of like putting spots there and then you're just trying to correct it. You are using a liquid foundation or a cream foundation, you want to use a dense brush, so that way and obviously synthetic hair, so that way it doesn't get absorbed into the brush and you can actually have more product on your face. If you're having a tough time looking for the right foundation shade, what you can do is look at your veins. If it's more green, then you have a warm undertone. So you're gonna look for a warmer undertone for your foundation. But if it's more like purple or bluish, then you have a cool undertone. So when you go to the makeup store, you're gonna look for foundations with cool undertone. But if you have both, then you're more neutral. I'm kind of neutral, but leading up to like more warmer shade. So I do get a warmer foundation. With the color corrected tinted moisturizer, I am on the medium shade. The same with my concealer, I'm on medium. Sometimes it can be light to medium, but I do like medium because I like a more like bronze look. So if we have the same skin tone, then you can go with a medium shade. So when it comes to my brows, I do use my mascara just to define my brows a little bit more, but that's because I don't have a lot of hair. If you do have a lot of hair on your brows, you can skip this step. You can just get like a clean brush that's like this, a spoolie, and just brush it up. So I'm gonna try to teach you a trick to figure out how to define your brow. If you have brows like mine, where there's really not a lot of definition, and it's hard for you to figure out how to do like an arch, you can go measure it this way. So you see like the outer corner of your nose, the inner corner of your eye, and then where your brows start. You can measure that like this. So this is where you're gonna start. So you can already put some shade right there. And then right there in the middle, right there in the middle of your pupil, that's where you're gonna have your arch. So try to mark it, right? And then you tilt it. So, and then right there, or the outer corner of your eye, the outer corner of your eye, that will be your tail. So your nose, inner corner, that will be the front, and then the middle of your pupil, that will be your arch, and then you tilt it to the outer corner, that will be your tail. You would want to start on the tail because that's where you should have the most products, because wherever you're starting, then that's where you're gonna pack on most of the product. So you want the tail to be obviously darker than the front so it doesn't look weird. So if you're like me and you're not the master of brows, you can use a concealer to define it a little bit more. So you just put it under just to clean it up like this. So that's how I usually clean up my brows. Brows for me are hard, let me tell you. So the concealer is so handy when it comes to like defining my brows. And I do like thick brows. I just feel like it works better for my face. But like I said, we have, you know, our own preferences. Sometimes I like to have like a higher arch, and sometimes I don't. It just really depends on my mood. There you go. So some of us have like hooded eyes, so like our lids kind of go like this. So it's kind of hard to put on eyeshadows. The trick for that is you can try to put your eyeshadow just above your crease. So that way when you open your eyes, you still get that definition. And when you are putting your eyeshadow, try to open your eyes, don't close it, because you want to see what it looks like obviously when you have your eyes open, because it's not how you talk to people. This is how you talk to people. So when you put your eyeshadow, you want your eyes to be open, and you don't want to put your products directly this way. You want to go up, like you want to look down on your mirror when you're putting on your eyeshadow. So we're going to use the same eyeshadow that I use for contouring. Put like some people, you can put the eyeshadow, some eyeshadow here too, so that way it looks more like natural, it looks more defined. But you don't want to stop right here, because that doesn't look too natural. If you need some help, you can get like a piece of paper. You can do this tape if you want, but if you don't have tape, you can get a paper and just go just a little bit under this part right here. You see that? And just right there on the tip of your eyebrow, you can go like this and then try to put on foundation. So it really depends. If you want your eyes to look a little bit bigger, a little bit longer, then you want to kind of do it this way. And then like I said, you see that? So you put that right under there. And you want to have products on both sides. So, okay, let me show you. So you want to have products on both, like on all like just all over your brush. So that way, it'll be easier for you to get some products on there. So if you want to do that, you could do it this way. And then just try to just right above it. Okay, you're not covering your whole eye, just right above it. And like I said, have some space there so it looks more natural. Then when you have this, then you're not too scared to do your eyes. See that? It's just so easy, so you get that fine. And then just put a little bit right there. Just to finish up that look. And then you can use the same brush that you use for your foundation to like just clean it up a little bit. If you're only using one color, then you can stop right there, and you're just kind of creating depth on your eyes, and you can have your look finished just like that. Or you don't even have to put any eyeshadow. It really depends on you. But don't judge this yet because we haven't put on mascara. And then you have that space right there. which we're gonna put a little bit of concealer, or you can just leave it like that if you like it that way. You can use a highlighter. It's really up to you. If you're just a beginner, you can start off with just a concealer instead of using highlight. So I'm gonna put a little bit of shimmer in the middle. This is a pearlizer, so it's an illuminating foundation. If you have like a shimmery eyeshadow, you can use that. And then I'm just gonna pat it on right here in the middle. It's right there. And then just blend it. There you go. Right in the middle. And then you blend it. And you could put on some right here, inner corners. If you want to be more precise when it comes to inner corners, you can use a brush like this and then just pack it on. So when it comes to my eyeliner, I like to make my eyes look longer. I don't start all the way here. I just start like right in the middle. And then if you're not used to doing your eyeliner, you want to do like a connect the dots kind of thing. So you want to put some right here, not right, just right there, right above your outer corner. And you go down and then put some lines right there, and then that tail right there at the end, you try to connect it to the middle. And it'll be easier for you to do a winged liner, or you can smudge it. Like this, so it's more natural. And I try not to drag my skin all the time because, like I said, the signs of aging show more around your eyes first. And there you go. I like putting on like a little headband sometimes so I don't have my hair on a bun all the time. Just to give it like, you know, some variety. Sorry, I have like all these products right here. All the products that I use are budge proof, which is what I love because I don't have to, like, all the time that I use in the morning don't get wasted because my makeup will stay on all day. And most of the products that I use have anti-aging properties, so I know that I'm still taking care of my skin. Like I said, skincare is such a big deal for me. So when I am using any products, including my makeup, I do want to make sure that it is still anti-aging. It still has some skincare in it, so that way I don't have to worry when I have makeup on.
Hi, Rose.
Hello.
We're back.
I know, we're back. My baby's asleep. Got put him to sleep.
Thank you so much for that wonderful video. I learned a lot of things. And do you have anything to say to our viewers? Like, where can they find you if they have some questions? Where can they contact you?
I am on Instagram a lot, so you guys can find me on Instagram at Simply Chaotic Beauty, and I am on Facebook too. So it's the same, Simply Chaotic Beauty. But like I said, if you have any questions, you'd probably have more luck if you go on my Instagram and just send me a DM. And I do like to post a lot of my tutorials there. I do group and one-on-one workshops. If you guys want to have workshops and try out some of the products that I showed in the video, you totally can. Just send me a DM on Instagram or send me a PM on Facebook, and I could set that up for you guys. I know that it can be tricky, especially if you're beginners. So I can help you with more of like a detailed, like a step-by-step one-on-one or group workshop. So yes, so you can find me there. I think that's it.
I do have some questions for you from our YouTube channel. And let me go over that. I think there's about 3 of them. And so the first one is, now that maskne is at the forefront of makeup aficionados, what would you suggest for them?
Maskne is actually something that I've addressed lately. I do have a lot of nurses that I talk to, and they have had problems with, acne that acne that shows up in their faces because of the mask. So I always suggest a really good cleanser. What I use is a cleanser that's specifically for your skin type. So always try to figure out, I do have a quiz to know what kind of skin you have, so that way you can take care of your skin better and you're not just using any type of cleanser. So I suggest to always make sure that you are cleaning your face. And then if you are gonna use makeup, if you do wanna put on foundation, try to use something that's not clogging your pores, because that would, create more acne. So look for something that's non-comedogenic. So that means it's not gonna clog your pores if that is what you're going for. And try to have like those oil blotting sheets. You can use that, so that way you are trying to, especially if you have oily skin, so you're trying to get rid of the oil from your face. So that's something that you can do. And please, if you are using those cloth masks, please wash them regularly. You can use your cleanser better to wash your face mask instead of the detergent that you use for your clothes, because it is a little bit more gentle, and your face mask is something that you put obviously on your face. So you want to use a soap that's gentle for your mask. So yes, so if you're using the cloth mask, please make sure that you're washing it regularly.
I do have another question. So great tips on masks and how to take care of your acne while you're wearing a mask. And there is another question, like most especially like for me, like what would you suggest for those people whose eyes are not the same size? Because usually, like, when people put makeup on, they try to make it the same so that it looks symmetrical. But for some people, like, especially like for me, for example, like my eyes are not the same, so like I have a hard time like with one eye, like trying to like make it look the same, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, so that it looks symmetrical. So what would you suggest? It's a personal question.
I know. No, are you talking? No, I think I get what you were asking. Like, are you talking about, how like sometimes with the eyeliner, like sometimes one eye is like the lid is more open, and then you put on the other, if you put it on the other eye, but you're doing it the same way, but the other one looks thicker. Is that what you're trying to say? Like the eyeliner looks thicker?
Like, so my right eye looks more like a lazy eye. Like the opening is not the same size as the left one.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I've kind of like through the years, I've kind of like, taught myself into doing like, like make the eyeliner of the right eye thicker so that it looks bigger, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then when I go to the salon, it's completely like, it's not the same way that I do it. So like it looks weird. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's kind of just like with your brows too. I mean, they're not always symmetrical, but it is true that some are like pretty obvious. But what you can do is just focus. You want to focus on the eye that you have the hardest time with instead of the eye that's, instead of the eye that's easy to work on. So what you want to do is try, if you have like a lazy eye, what you want to do is start a little bit higher, right, with your eyeshadow. So with the deep eyeshadow, more like a natural eyeshadow color, kind of like what I use. You want to try to create more of an illusion. That's what you're gonna be creating. So you're gonna try to go up higher than your eyelid. That, and then even with the eyeliner, you're gonna go up more on the part that's more lazy. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Here it's like we're like one-on-one, and I could actually like do on you while I'm teaching you. So you're gonna create more of an illusion. You're gonna like try to push up everything. You might have to like try to put like a white eyeliner on top of your lash line before you put on the black or the brown. So that way you can widen your eyes a little bit more. Or like try to put like a white, not really like a white, try just a little bit lighter, maybe like a beige, not like a pure white, just more of a beige. Put it like under your, what do you call this? Lash line. So that way you'll open up that eye a little bit more, and then you try to put on your eyeshadow a little bit higher on your lid. So you're gonna try to open up that lazy eye a little bit more compared to the other eye.
That is so awesome. Like, I've never heard of that tip before. And so, yeah, I might have to do a one-on-one tutorial with you soon. So, you know, when everything opens up, yeah, I'm going to try that. And I do have one last question, because we did have a couple of males watching us. And so for males, like, what would you suggest, since, you know, they're not going to be putting makeup on, and someone was asking, you know, will make them more handsome, or what can they do, like, you know, not makeup wise, but what can they do with their skin? Like, is there any skincare tip or any, you know, tip that you can give them?
Well, first of all, I mean, there are a lot of men who use skincare. My partner actually has a skincare from me, basically, that's specifically for him. So even if you're a man, it's okay to use skincare. I don't think it makes you less of a man to start on your skincare. I think the best tip for men, find something that's very, very easy, because I know that men are not as detailed as we are. They like to have like one thing that has like 5 purpose, right? Like 5 things that could do for them. What I suggest is make sure that you can find a moisturizer that already has a sunscreen. So at least start with that. Like, protect your skin from the sun. Obviously, no matter what season, you always have to protect your skin from the sun. So men, try to do that, especially if you're out a lot. So make sure that you are using a moisturizer that has sunscreen. And then you can also cleanse your face. You can use a cleanser. I know that we like to use warm water, almost hot, when we shower, but I do suggest, even to women, that we use cold water when we're washing our face. So that way you're not drying your skin all the time, especially when you're taking a shower, because the steam is different from like the hot water. That's totally different. So that's what I suggest to the men, just something easy for you to do. So make sure that you're using sunscreen, and try to use cold water when you're washing your face. And if you can find a simple cleanser for your face, try to use that as well instead of like a soap, so you're not drying your skin all the time. And yes, I do have a some skincare that I can send you guys.
It's awesome. Yeah, we got to get more of our members to watch us, men and women. That is so cool. So everyone check out Rose at her Facebook page, Simply Chaotic Beauty. And she does have one-on-one tutorials and group tutorials that she can set up with you guys. And do you have anything else to say?
No, that's it. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, I do help moms of tiny tots, and you guys can totally follow me and follow my chaotic kids. I do love to share homeschooling tips as well, so you guys can see that as well on our page. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for this opportunity that I get to teach some of you guys some simple tips and tricks for makeup.
And I do have, before we go, I do have some reminders. Let me just share my screen. Can you see my screen?
No, not really.
No? Okay, let me try it again. Sorry about that. Right here. Can you see this one?
Yes.
Is it Jennifer's?
I only see like a blank. Okay, I see us. Yeah.
Is it Jennifer's virtual class?
No.
No? Okay. Okay, well, anyway, so next week, oh no, actually on Saturday, October 17th at 7:00 p.m., we have Jennifer Estacio of Flip Family. She will be showing us how to make 3 meals. It's actually a meal prep video that she's going to share with us. And that's in honor of Filipino American History Month. So a few of her dishes that she's going to show us is Filipino. And then on Sunday, October 18 at 7:00 p.m., we have Dr. M. Vito Garcia and Dr. Sasha Rarang. They're longtime nursing practitioners and nursing administrators. Dr. M manages a couple of hospitals, and Dr. Rarang is actually a dean of College of Nursing here in LA. So they'll be talking about advancing nursing careers and getting into the nursing field. So that's something that came about from one of the discussions that we had in the SoCal Pinoy's group page. Someone was asking about how to go about applying for nursing school and whether she should go take her CNA or LVN or an RN, BSN, whatever. So we'll find out like what their tips are and how to go about starting a nursing career on Sunday, October 18th. And for the very first time next week, that's October 21, Wednesday, we have a Zumba class with Jordan Jimenez. So he's a certified Zumba instructor and he literally teaches Zumba every single day. So we're in for a lot of fun. I hope you guys stick around and watch our SoCal Pinoy's virtual classes every time we have them. They just, pop up on YouTube. We're going to be sharing the links to them on our Facebook page. So yeah, check them out and check out our events calendar. And also we still have a raffle going on. It's the every 100 subscriber YouTube raffle. So every time we reach 100 more subscribers, I'm going to raffle off a prize. And when we reach 300 subscribers, it's going to be one cheesecake from Linda Tiongson Mendoza. Her business is called My Sweet Faves, and I heard their cheesecake is really awesome. So yeah, that's the next prize when we reach 300 subscribers. And anyone from the 300 subscribers, whether you subscribed a couple of months ago or you're going to be subscribing now, you have a chance to win that one cheesecake. And then there's also the SoCal Pinoy Songwriting Contest that's still going on. Please contact me if you want to join that contest. It's specifically for songwriters, people who write music and lyrics. And if you love our group, go ahead and write about us. And yeah, you can even collaborate with your family or friends to write a song about us. So yeah, contact me and we'll see you guys on Saturday with Jennifer Astacio. That's at 7 o'clock p.m. See you guys later. Bye.